Hey, everybody. I wanted to make a quick recording about project number 2, also named CA number 5, Company Analysis Part 5. So I want to talk about the writing for this project. So I'm going to share my screen because I want you guys to be real clear on what I'm expecting for your writing. All right. So let's bring me over here. Here's the project instructions, and we're just going to start on part 5, project 2, financial statement analysis paper. Of course, title page, put the group members who actually worked on the project, introduce both companies briefly, and then the ratio sheets, use my form. Some of you have already done this, and you'll notice there's an income statement section and a balance sheet section. And for company 1, and an income statement spreadsheet and a balance sheet spreadsheet for company 2. Okay. But what I want to talk about right now is the writing. Okay. Because it's, I know some of you have questions. So the writing is in part 4, 5, and 6. Which company is better? And yes, I accidentally put 2 6s there. So that should be a 7. All right. But we're going to talk about the 4, 5, and 6. So part 4, you're looking at each company's income statement and you're doing separate analysis. So for company 1, in my case, Jack in the Box, you're looking at the trends in the income statement. Company 2, in my case, Chipotle, you're going to do another section on Chipotle's income statement. So how do you write here? Always, you're doing a trend analysis, and you have done this now for 2 exams. But I want to be real clear on what I expect from you. So I want you to be sure and start with the sales trends, because sales growth or sales decline drives everything. Okay, and I want you to be clear to say, is the trend favorable, unfavorable, or just neutral, or it could be inconsistent. All right. You're going to provide numeric and percent evidence to support your position. Second area, and I'm going to give you an example of that in just a second. Second areas are net income trends and gross profit trends. And then finally, I want you to discuss all the ratios. Bring all your analysis together for your final sentence, and you're going to say, make an overall conclusion. Okay? Now, this is the income statement section. So you're going to be talking about net sales, gross profit, net sales, gross profit, and net income. Okay. If you feel you really need to discuss operating income trends because they help develop your thesis, that's fine. But I want you to be sure to discuss gross profit margin percent trends, net income percent trends, EPS trends, and either inventory turnover or days inventory on hand. Okay. And remember, you want less days of inventory on hand. Okay. So let's look at a writing sample. So and make sure you guys can see this. Let's see. We are going to look at all right, so we're back now. So we're looking at the exam 1, the practice exam 1, okay? And on the exam, I had given you an income statement, and I said, on the practice exam, I said, talk about revenue and talk about net income. So let's go to the solution. And the instruction said, discuss the trends, what is the trend, and provide numerical and percent evidence, and then a summary sentence. Okay, so here we are. Coldwater Dairy. So let's look at those numbers here. So here was 2011 sales, 2012 sales, 2013 sales. The 289,135 is equal to the 2012 sales minus the 2011 sales. Okay. The 40.63% is calculated by taking that 289,135 divided by the previous year. So remember, for percent change, it's this year minus last year divided by the previous year, last year. Okay. For the next year, the net change is 369,519, and the net change is 369,519 divided by 1,839,000. So you're always comparing to the previous year. All right, so here's our sentence. Thesis sentence: Coldwater Dairy experienced significant improvement in the 3 years, 2011 to 2013. Now you're telling me the news is good. Now you're just going to give me your evidence. Second two sentences: sales increased 40.63% in 2012 compared to 2011, an increase of 289,135. Second piece of evidence: the company continued this improvement in 2013, with total revenue increasing 36.92%, or 369,519. So you've given me solid evidence. Now, in your summary statement, you're acknowledging that the growth rate has slowed down. While the growth rates are slightly lower in 2013 compared to 2012, than they are in 2012 compared to 2011, the company shows strong performance in the 3 years. Okay, so that's what I want to see. So your thesis statement for the income statement is going to say, overall, the income statement was better, worse, neutral, whatever. And then you're going to start giving me the evidence, the important evidence. And then your summary statement, you're going to call out your conclusion. Okay, hope this helps. Take care, and I will see you sometime, maybe tomorrow, in my office hours.